do, you will know how annoying it is when there are so many ads popping up while you try to play. So there are no in-game ads in Royal Match, which I love, and you also don't need a Wi-Fi connection to play either. So it's brilliant for travelling if you're on a plane or in the car or just generally don't have access to Wi-Fi. So I have been loving playing Royal Match. I would love for you guys to join in on the fun, so please do check out the personalised downloadable link in my description box. It will take you straight to a download so you can get playing and probably become as obsessed as me. So yeah, I hope you guys love Royal Match and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's now jump into the questions, and the first one is your proudest atypical accomplishment. Okay, so this one's so random. So it's like the year you made every recipe, the time you built an IKEA dresser, your Jenga title. So it's, you know, like random things that you're proud of. Okay, let me have a think. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't know. There's a couple. There's a couple of things that I'm like weirdly proud of, and I think the first thing is we're going back so many years. We're going all the way back to my GCSE, so I was 15 or 16 years old, and basically without, like, you know, throwing my mum under the bus, she basically forced me to take a French GCSE. I guess because she liked the idea of me being able to speak French. I don't know. So I was like, okay, I'll take French, and I was so horrifically bad at it. So bad. Yeah, I did try. Kind of. I tried. No, I did try. I just wasn't very good. And when I got my final grades back, I did really well at GCSE. I loved school. A little fun fact about me: I loved school. So I did, like, you know, I was mainly like a straight A student. I did work very hard, you know, so I got really good grades. And I was expecting a fail in French, and I was really expecting to see a fail, and I actually got a C, which is kind of like one of the lower passing mark. Well, it's kind of hard in the UK because they kind of distinguish it into, well, they've completely changed it now. Actually, they've completely changed the grading system. But you know, a C is like basically a pass, you know. But a D and an E is still technically a pass. It's just not great, you know, in the grand scale. And an F is a fail. Anyway, I got a C, and I was so proud of myself, like unbelievably proud. So there you go. 23 years old, and I'm still proud about my C at French GCSE. Bonjour, je m'appelle Libby. That's all I know. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the next question is your biggest non-serious fear. Oh gosh, I'm really gonna out myself on this one. I do have a fear of something that is so ridiculous, and it's gonna make me cringe saying it, but I have a very small fear of cotton wool. I hate it. is most likely to XYZ. I believe I got a random one. I believed mine was like most likely to get into politics or something like that, which is not true. I have no desire to go into politics, but I was a pretty angsty teenager, so I'm not surprised that some of my teachers decided to give me that one. Prime Minister Libby. No. Next question. Your go-to comfort TV show. Oh god, there are so many. There are a few. I'm seriously gonna out myself when I say this one. But one of them is SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants. I've loved it ever since I was a child. I still love it. To me, it will never get old. I think it's fabulous. So that's my more like low-key comfort show. And then I guess my slightly more grown-up comfort show that I also love. Gosh, you know, there's more than one. I was about to say Dexter, and then I realised that some people might think that I was a little bit strange for saying that. Superstore, Supernatural, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Vampire Diaries. Yeah, many more. Can't pick one. SpongeBob. Next question. Something you were embarrassingly late to realise, like finding out narwhals are a weird real animal, or finding the arrow in the FedEx logo. Yeah, I've got a few again, but one that comes to mind is okay. I'm gonna say it. So I didn't realise that deodorant, the word deodorant, was literally deodorant. Right. I made that realisation like a couple of years ago, and I know it might not sound that like shocking or amazing, but I remember being genuinely like dumbfounded when I found that, when I realised that. I was like, what? What? And there are many others because I am a bit slow when it comes to things like that. So that's just one of them for you. This is becoming a theme. I have many answers for these questions. I could probably just keep talking all day. Next question. Your celebrity crush. I have many. Again, I have many. I think, you know, they change. This is the thing. I think one that will always is Tom Hiddleston. I have this like almost strange obsession with Tom Hiddleston. I can't help it. I think he's amazing. I think he's perfect. So let's just say Tom Hiddleston. There are many others, but let's just keep it with him because he's a king. Number 9, your best celebrity sighting. I've actually only seen celebrities like a couple of times, and none of them were particularly like amazing. But I do remember, I suppose the most fitting one is I was at Brighton Beach in the summer, like a couple of summers ago, and I was walking. It was very busy, and I walked past this woman, and she was really little, and she was really short. And I was looking at her. She had a really nice jacket on, so I was looking at her jacket, not at her. And I was like, "Gosh, really nice jacket." And then as I was walking past her, I heard someone quite loudly go like, "Oh my god!" So then I immediately like look around, like, piercings do you have? I do. Well, I have one. I have one tattoo on my ankle. Do you know what? I'm actually not gonna show my feet for free on the internet, so I'm not gonna show you. But I have a tattoo on my ankle of a scorpion because I am a Scorpio. I know, so original. But yeah, Scorpio baby. And in terms of piercings, I have not a single one now, but if you go back 6 years, I had everything pierced, basically. Yes, I mean everything. Moving on. Number 11. What would your last meal on earth be? Well, this is a hard one, isn't it? Because there are many, many foods that I enjoy, and it really would depend on my mood. It really would depend on how I was feeling that day, on my last day. But I imagine it would probably be like, oh gosh, you know what? I'm still thinking. I feel like it would either be like a massive bowl of my favourite pasta that I make. It would either be that, or it would be like, oh, see, this is hard. It'll probably be the pasta, you know. It would probably be the pasta if I was to pick. So yeah. Next question. Number 12. The trip that you really want to take but you haven't taken yet. There are two. I really want to do like a road trip around the United States. I really want to see America. I really do, and I do also want to go like North America. I'd love to go like to Canada, specifically. But yeah, that's like one area of the world, and I would also love to go to so many. Let's just stick with America, but I'd also like to go to New Zealand, Australia, and basically everywhere in Europe that I haven't been yet. Norway, I'd like to see the Northern Lights in Norway. Gosh, I'm not very good at this game, am I? I'm giving you guys way more than one answer. A contest that you won. Okay, so I'm not very lucky. I don't really win anything. But I remember one of my proudest moments is I won a poetry competition with a poem that I wrote about my chihuahua. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get upset now. That recently passed away, literally this week. Yeah, I wrote, she was so cute. I wrote a poem about my first dog. Her name was Cece, and she was amazing and gorgeous, and I loved her. And she passed away this week. But she was very old. She had a very good life. Moving on. Moving on. Okay. The next question is the amount that you're preparing for the end of the world / your strategy in a zombie apocalypse. Okay, this is actually really funny. Well, it's not very funny thinking about a zombie apocalypse, but I am not very prepared for a zombie apocalypse. I wouldn't be very prepared for a zombie apocalypse. However, my brother is like one of those people that finds like survivalism very interesting, and he has some strange hobbies, but he finds the idea of like an apocalypse very interesting, and so he has many ideas and ways that he would survive in a zombie apocalypse. He's like done the research. He even bought like those army survival kits, you know, that have like the water filtration tablets. me in a zombie apocalypse. That would be my strategy. Okay, next question. What did you do on your last normal day before COVID? I remember this actually very well. I was one of those people, so I took COVID very, very seriously, like all throughout COVID. Obviously the UK had very, very strict rules. I stuck to all the rules, even though they were devastating. But when COVID was kind of first on the news, I did not think that it would be the problem that it was. Maybe it was just like subconscious fear, maybe, but people started getting scared about it and worried. This was before there was like any real cases in the UK, and I was very much just like, oh, it'll be fine. I don't know. Like, it was awful what was happening in China, but I just didn't think. So yeah, I remember I went to the town that I live in. I went to the mall, just as I do, and it was dead quiet. And I was like, whoa, like, where is everybody? And this was before there was any rules or anything. Like, there was no rules or anything in place. It was barely, on the UK media. It was more like worldwide. Anyway, yeah, I was just like, where is everybody? Like, whoa. And I was like getting my Starbucks, and I said, like, I remember saying to the barista, like, whoa, it's so quiet. And she was like, yeah, I mean, I think it's this virus. People are scared about it. And I think it was that moment that hit me, that I was like, damn. I was like, this is gonna be real. This is gonna be serious. And then, yeah, a couple of weeks later, the UK was in a lockdown, which is mad. So I mean, that wasn't my last normal day, but I think it kind of was in my mind, but after then I was like, really much more careful about where I was going. Anyway, next question. The one feature you'd add to Instagram if you were in charge. This is really interesting because I am a social media manager. That's my job. What I would add to Instagram, I'd take the whole thing away. No, I'm kidding. I would fix the engagement bug wherein you are only automatically showed posts that have gotten high engagement on your feed. Basically, when you go into your feed, you only really see content from like influencers or brands or whoever you follow that has a very high engagement rate. I would change that back to when you actually see posts from your friends, family and loved ones, other than just making it into a multi-billion sales page, basically. Hot take. Okay, it is actually the last one on the page. Insist there's nothing interesting about you at all. I mean, it's funny because I definitely don't think I'm very interesting. I mean, some people would disagree with that opinion because I've just made like a 25-minute video talking about myself, so a lot of people would assume that I am incredibly self-indulgent. But yeah, I just think that I'm a very ordinary person. However, I do sometimes worry. My boyfriend said this to me once, and I was like, oh gosh, maybe that's true. I have a habit of assuming that everybody thinks the same as I do. And I don't mean this in like a really selfish, like I'm